you've always been pretty fashion forward.
You think so, Zach?
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit be fly.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Zach. Keep talking that shit.
So, where did your love for fashion come from?
My aunt Blond, my aunt Pam, like they that's my mother's sisters. They introduced me into style. Like my mother, she'd send me to school and shit with corduroys. Corduroys and Bill Cosby sweaters. I'm walking down the hallway and shit. I went to Elliott Junior High School. Okay, I'm walking down the hallway and shit. Brr, 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 brr. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like, who the fuck farting? Them my pants. So then my aunts and them, they would take me to like Marshalls and Ross and TJ Maxx, and they had little polo shirts and little Tommy Hilfiger and stuff. So they would buy me that stuff. So I would take a change of clothes, put it in my book bag, get to school early, go to the gym, change my shit, like because of my aunts. Then my mother called me one day, beat the shit out of me. But yeah, that's another story, Zach. but yeah, my aunts and them introduced me into style.
As far as like today, do you pretty much put your own style together? Do you have like a stylist or anything?
I put all my clothes together. That's another bill, Zach. Fuck that shit. I don't got it. Yeah, I put all my clothes together. I buy all my clothes. People send me stuff, like different boutiques and stuff. They would send me stuff, and I wear it, but I still put it together. Right. But yeah, I put all my clothes together.
So with just your energy, your presence, and everything, what advice would you give to someone who's trying to like find their own voice?
Listen to your voice and don't follow the next man's voice. The next man's story have nothing to do with your journey. You can be inspired by other people's, but you don't know what they went through to get to where they are. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to do it exactly how they do it. That's how a lot of niggas crash, because they think they know the next man formula. You know what I'm saying? And they really don't know, because certain people, you don't know what the fuck they did or who the fuck they fucked. You know what I'm saying? Or what deal, or you know what I'm saying? Did they shake hands with the Lord or the devil? You don't know. So it's just best that you listen to your own voice and be patient. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't happen overnight. Fuck that shit. Keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? That's the honor of a man. A nigga that eat, he go out and get the food. You gotta keep grinding. So at the end of the day, that's what I say to people. Listen to your own voice. Do what feels right to you. Okay? And not what people want you to do, because that's another trap we get into. People, you should do this, you should do that. Shit don't even feel right. You up there doing it. And you know what I'm saying? And then it don't become authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's not authentic. And then you lose the wave because you're doing what people want you to do and not what it is you're good at doing.
Kind of on a personal level, we all know, what we as African Americans face in this country. Mm-hmm. But with you specifically being an African American and, a queer male, talk about, the type of, obstacles that you have to overcome in your life, personally and or professionally.
This nigga made me feel like a pit bull mixed with a chihuahua. I'm a mixed breed. Well, some of the challenges that I have to deal in my life is, well, right now, one of the challenge is I have come off to be a threat to people. And I'm not a person that want to be a threat. You know what I'm saying? But what I come to fail to realize is people are intimidated by greatness, and it's because they don't feel so great about themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you could be into movies or you could be into your radio, but if they see another nigga trying to do his own movies and building their own podcasts or radio stations, they're threatened by that. Because people are nowadays, they just want you to work under them and not next to them. That's why I don't mind collabing with certain people, genuine people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Davey Ruffin. Genuine people. I don't mind collabing with people like that. Shout out to Rashad Donnell. Like genuine people that know how to not just be a lieutenant, but a soldier. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind, being in somebody else's plantation on their field, working alongside them or working under them, because they know who they are.
Whatever happened to the Welcome to the Southside podcast you had?
Oh, it ended. It ended. Like, yeah. One thing about me, I'm a nigga, I get bored quick. But I didn't get bored with that. I just like to move on. You know what I'm saying? I like to try other things. Like, that was just something that I tried at that moment. I have done multiple shows like that. I did the Lonnie Bee show that we rented out Anacostia Arts Center, and I had a whole live audience in there. I did the morning tea with Lonnie Bee. You know, I had a podcast with different people come on there. We share our opinions. You know, I did Let's Have a Conversation with Lonnie Bee. I did so many things. I'm always trying to reconstruct, and I'm always trying to elevate. You know, to keep me fresh on my toes, and also to keep my audience always getting something new. It's like the new Jordans. You need a fresh pair every fucking time.
So when you start something and say like with the, you know, different things that you started and kind of like ended as far as like shows or whatever, are there any ever plans to like bring them back, or is it kind of like once you do them, you kind of like, okay, I'm trying to come up with something new and go on to the next thing?
You always bring them back, but you just bring them back under a different approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all still podcasts, they just got different names and different formulas. Right. You know, you take those moments and you look at what you did and you say, I could tweak this, I could do this, and I could do that. And then when you bring it back with those new tweaks, you bring it back with a new name. That's how I look at it.
So with you being a mentor and, you know, supporting a lot of, you know,
I'm a mentor. I ain't know I was a fucking mentor.
Oh, yeah.
You just throwing these titles on me.
No, absolutely. Like, with you know, supporting a lot of people up and coming in DC, how do you choose who you want to, like, kind of, like, give, you know, wisdom and game to? Like, how do you kind of differentiate who you're going to, like, kind of be a mentor to and who you might not kind of want to? Not saying that you would gatekeep.
No,
but like,
you're right. I'm not gatekeeping. It's just certain people you don't fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's based off of their spirit. Niggas move janky. You know how a nigga move. You know what I'm saying? You can see how a nigga move. You be like, oh, no, he ain't my type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas move janky. Niggas be underhanded. Niggas be for self. Niggas ain't about really partnership. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't for the team. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to sink the ship. You know, so you got to be careful with stuff like that. But it's based off of their spirit and how they move as men. You know what I'm saying? Like how a nigga really move as men. You know what I'm saying? His value, his integrity, like all that stuff matters on who you want to work with. I don't give a fuck how funny you is. I don't care what you look like or how you dress. None of that shit. Bitch, how's your spirit? You know what I'm saying? That's so important to me. You know, like I done have conversations with niggas that you see crash out on the internet. But if we face to face and we having a conversation, totally different person. Totally different person. And it's because what you see on the internet is not who that nigga really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who this person is. You know, so as long as their spirit is cool, I'm cool.
Kind of following up on that, how important is, like, authenticity to you, like, being, you know, 100% yourself?
Important like shit. Who the fuck want to be around a nigga that's wearing a mask? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just always just, like, putting on for other people. You know, like, I don't know how you feel. It's like a bitch with Botox. Are you smiling? You okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what this bitch expression is. You know, like, I mean, don't be wearing no mask, be you. And that's where we at right now. Nobody don't know how to be them. Everybody living for the next motherfucking man. Or trying to compete with somebody else, and they so into what they doing, they changing their own identities. You know?
Do you feel like when you were coming up, you know how, like, you were pretty much a mentor to a lot of people. Did you have that growing up, like, in the industry?
Yeah. Not in the industry, more so around my block. Like, in my family. Like, the streets, I talk to the OGs and stuff. We ain't gonna say their names. I talk to OGs, you know, I talk to family members, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they were my influence. They were my inspiration. You know what I'm saying?
Are you happy with how you got the inspiration? Like, you would have preferred to have it from, you know, your, you know, people growing up versus like somebody in the industry?
Yeah. Cause I got it real, Zach. Like, they told me real shit. You know, nowadays niggas talk to you just to sound sweet. You be see these niggas, some interviews you done did. You see these niggas, no, for real, Zach. You see these niggas on these interviews just trying to sound sweet. Nigga, a fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean a bitch in a sucker way, but I mean, like, bitch, you not about none of that shit you saying, because you don't even move like that. You just want to sound sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was real. They were real authentic. I can't listen to somebody that don't live on how the fuck, you know what I'm saying, what they trying to tell me. I can't do that.
What keeps you, like, grounded nowadays?
What keeps me grounded nowadays is always remembering where the fuck I came from.
How important is it to remember that?
Like shit. Man, like shit. Them roaches? Yeah, no, for real, them roaches. You can remember them roaches? You know what I'm saying? Coming in the house and shit. You hungry, all you got is ice. All you got is ice. And I ain't talking about the ice in the ice tray. I'm talking about the shit you gotta scoop out with a motherfucking spoon. Like that ice. You know, remember where you fucking came from. You know, that type of stuff is important to me.